Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. So we did this video 17 minutes ago. We have another one lined up that we're bringing to you now. This was a channeled message from Vishnu about, well, the phoenix being reborn. This is, again, Heart's Home. This is our newest channel. This was a live we did earlier on Patreon today around 3-ish, 2:30, 3 o'clock, all about detoxing, a guide to detoxing. That was a Patreon
And
live exclusive.
It's really fun because people come on there, and when we do the lives, and it is about health, and not that we're doctors or anything, but we can kind of help people along if they get stuck by what we've learned from ourselves in our journey.
Absolutely. So, on with the news. We have a Boeing 737 MAX 9 operated by United Airlines had to divert to Salt Lake City Airport after a suspected in-air impact with what? Space debris? Are you believing me? You know what? It cracked the windshield, guys. Remember the cracked windshield?
Trump's plane?
Not,
It
not
wasn't
Trump.
Trump.
It was
guy.
Pete Hegseth,
Yeah,
the
Hegseth.
Secretary of War.
My bad.
We used to call it Secretary of Defense, but they're calling it what it is, Secretary of War. Yeah. Well, it ain't a bird up there. Is it a drone? Was it one of ours, or was it an ultra-terrestrial, or is it an asteroid, meteorite? I mean, what's going on?
Well, that's really scary. You know, what is this going to do to our, if this is the second time, I'm sure it's not only the second time, it's
It
probably
would be
happened
the
a bunch
second
of
time in
times.
a week.
Okay, second time in a week. Yeah, what's going to happen to our ability to fly? This is not good.
Well, Cindy saw that we won't be flying, and she saw that was...
Yeah, in the future with
Yeah, it
the
was
star children.
2035, I think, is about the year where everything was grounded. Could happen before that. President Trump has halted all weapon sales to Ukraine, considering freezing weapon shipments from the U.S. stockpiles, per Wall Street Journal. The U.S. will also no longer finance weapon purchases for Ukraine. Wow. Yeah, meanwhile, they say there were 7 million people out there protesting the No Kings thing. It's just hilarious. You have No King's Day. You have Mark Carney, Prime Minister up in Canada, making note of all the public demonstrations against Trump. And then meanwhile, he's pledging his obedience to King Charles. How does that make sense?
Well, you know, all the people that are supposedly supposed to be like enemies have all been invited to his house. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, Secret Service discovered a hunting stand built in a tree that has a clear line of sight where President Trump exits Air Force One when he lands in Palm Beach. No reason for a hunting stand to be facing an airport. Not usually.
Nope.
FBI is investigating. Now, this is Uri Geller, who has been warning that he feels that Trump's in danger and that there's multiple attempts out there to take Trump out, and he's warning Trump about that. He's a famous psychic, known for bending spoons with his mind.
Wow.
Or is it sleight of hand?
I don't know.
This is a U.S. attorney who happens to look like the Clintons. Anyway, she was investigating Obama Biden. Well, she was investigating a certain country and their ties with perhaps bribing certain officials and certain things. They call it lobbying, for, political reasons. But anyway, official cause of death, epileptic seizure. Same signs as cyanide poisoning. Now, she's obviously very young, 43. What's going on there? Meanwhile, Mr. MBB has some interesting sightings that people are sending in to him. He just did a live, too. We missed it, but always a fun show with Mr. MBB. As you can see, this looks like a black diamond, which then that reminds me of Kiss, the song Black Diamond. This looks like a boomerang. Well, it's a boomerang-shaped craft gliding silently over Florida. Don't know what's going on there. And this is another one from Mr. MBB. Out of nowhere, glowing object pierced through the clouds. This is Florida too. That looks like a rocket, or what we've been told is SpaceX. But, no sound. So, what do you feel?
I
feels
feel
mechanical, right?
it does feel mechanical, but it feels like it kind of feels more of a little bit of an advanced mechanical.
Oh, okay. Interesting times. Meanwhile, 3-eye atlas or interstellar object, 3-eye atlas, spraying something weird, massive amounts of water, and astronomers can't immediately explain why. Because it's way too much water vapor for what it should be off-putting, which water brings life. That gets you wondering, is it terraforming?
Just water vapor.
Is it just water? Is there any other type of microscopic life in there? This, by the way, is an abstract here on an article that the Sign of the Times is quoting here. Again, this doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense if it's just a comet. Billy Carson. It's also emitting a metallic signature of nickel that is simply usually an industrial grade form. And, when you have that combination with spewing too much water for it to be a typical comet, this, combination of metal alloys is used in high temperature industrial alloys. So it's kind of the stuff that would be used in a spaceship, just to say.
Yeah, just saying, not that it is.
No,
Nah.
Sure, it can't be that.
No.
What's this? Wow. Why do we got all these comets at one time and all these sightings and all this disclosure? I mean, there's a movie coming out full of government officials giving you disclosure. It's all coming out right now. I think it's just simply because they have no choice. Because, the governor has no clothes. The king has no clothes. No King's Day. Well, the king is naked.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not talking about 47. I'm talking about the system is being so caught out. Did you know that there was a study that showed that people who were religious and spiritual had bigger brains, which also helped them to protect against depression? I would think it would feel horrible to be an atheist and think that this is all that there is. Meanwhile, an Iranian scientist claims he's built a car that runs on nothing but water. Now, he's not the only one, because there's been so many people that have done this. Why don't we have cars running on water? It's because the system doesn't want us to. It's just that simple. Meanwhile, lifting weights can literally change your gut bacteria within weeks. And researchers have got a better understanding of this now. Now, a study involved 150 participants performing strength exercises like leg presses, chest presses, back workouts, using either lighter weights with high reps or heavy weights with low reps. Both approaches improved strength and body composition. Stool samples showed that high responders, those with the greatest strength gains, had the most pronounced gut bacteria changes, particularly increased levels of a type of bacterium, which produce byrate, a compound that supports gut health and protects against harmful bacteria. While butyrate levels didn't rise, the increase in these bacteria was notable. Individual differences in gut microbiomes and dietary changes during the study might have influenced the findings. It's complex, but again, we are many, many different consciousnesses. I look at a beautiful deer come by. I forgot to put food out. I'm going to have to do that after. We are a combination of literally trillions of consciousnesses in one being. And this is the as above, so below, as within, so without of the universe. This is how the universe works. And the universe that we know is just one cell and something bigger.
You know, and sometimes we have to take antibiotics, but it is really important if you're forced into a corner and you have to, and that does happen to people, repopulate, build up your strength and help your body work for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And stay physically fit because it helps you in many of them just one way. Holistic. Yes, we have to live a holistic lifestyle. I've seen this post a million different places all over X. And people are looking at her eyes and saying, what the heck is going on?
I know they can do a lot with makeup, but this is beyond.
Is this
makeup.
too much Botox or something? Why is her eyes so reset?
You know, and I picked up masculine energy.
It feels, a lot of people think it's a mask. Other people are saying she's a clone. Some are saying it's just really a guy. Others are saying it's not human at all. I don't know. I really don't know. But
and why are they putting it out there for everyone to see? Every time something gets popular, there's a reason. There's a reason.
You know, we have gotten from numerous sources that there's way more non-ordinary humans posing to be humans than most people would have a clue of. And I think that a lot of it's being revealed right now. You know, I think there's a lot of extraterrestrials that walk amongst us acting like they're just one of us. I think there's clones. I think there's, again, bots already. I mean, very advanced robotics.
Well, the bots are getting also so thick on social media. It's like the AI, they're making their own little shorts and they're putting videos up for people. And, you know, if that's on social media, it's going to start going live where we're going to be running into them. So it's not just going to be AI there. It's going to be like AI robots walking around looking like humans, I feel.
You know, it's just everybody is looking at this. Now, people have different ideas. You know, it feels kind of like a mask in some ways.
Sure does.
But we've seen a lot of masks. Meanwhile, lots of magenta skies, sunset in England. And by the way, today marks the 6,267th year of the ancient Egyptian calendar. Here we are in 2025. Why do we have 2025? I mean, where does this come from? The reality is, you know, again, the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar, you know, just disappeared. It disappeared time. I think everything that we've been brought up with is nothing but an illusion. Here you have some ancient structures, and it's just fascinating to see John Levy, he was talking again about cities and walled structures in Africa that are on they're on maps from 1550s, 1560s, and you can even see rubble there now, but there's no cities there. The cities were absolutely wiped out, and there's whole lakes that are dried up and gone. The world has been through a lot of change. The change has been dramatic. It has obviously been violent, extreme change when all we're getting is these warnings about climate change and runaway carbon emissions. Well, switch us all to water engines then. It'll be cheaper for us anyway, you know? It's okay. I mean, we're not tied to gas and oil, and, or you could release the free energy that you've been suppressing all these years. It's such BS what they've done and covered up for forever. We don't even know what year it is. Do we really even know where we are?
Right. A lot of questions out there.
But you know who loves you?
Yes, our furry friends.
And that's a given. And we love you guys too. Come join us over on Patreon, exclusives each week. Thank you for your support. We look forward to your comments. Source bless and namaste.
Namaste.